Today we're going to break down exactly what you need to know to build the proper insurance program at the absolute most competitive rate in the market for your consignment store. Here we go. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of 𝗨𝗏. We do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. Now, when it comes to a consignment store, there's one clear difference versus all other shops, antique stores, etc. And that is you are taking possession of property that you do not own in order to sell it on behalf of another individual. And in that situation, the absolute crystal clear nuance that you have to be careful of versus all the other types of shops that may exist on in a main street setting is that oftentimes the replacement value of these items can be different than what you're selling them for, or what you've agreed to sell them for. What that means is it is important to have proper verification records. That could just be pictures, it could be some form of categorizing what the item exactly is, what the sale price is going to be, and and understanding what the replacement cost could be. Because you could have you could be selling a pair of jeans for $50, but the replacement cost of those jeans could be $20. So if there was a fire in that case, you're going to owe, you would only be compensated back by the insurance company unless specifically shown in some sort of inventory what the actual value of that item was, what the like, kind, and quality replacement cost is. So there can be a major discrepancy in these situations if we're not properly taking inventory, creating proper descriptions, doing pictures, making sure we know exactly what these items are and how much they're worth, because we don't own these. These are other people's property, and if there was a loss, we would then need to reimburse those individuals because we were in control of technically their property was in our care, custody, and control as a consignment store owner. So we want to make sure that we have a business owner's policy. Okay, business owner's policy is going to be the bedrock of your insurance program as a consignment store, and we want to make sure that's going to give us our general liability, third-party slips, trips, and falls, bodily injury, property damage. It's also going to cover our property, the property that we own as the shop owner, and if we also own the building that we're in, it's going to cover our building as well. We then want to make sure that there's a separate sublimit for the inventory that we have, both the inventory that we own as the consignment store as well as the inventory of other people's property that we've taken in, and then we have it properly categorized and itemized so that we know what each one of those items is worth and what it's being sold for. That way, if there's a fire, a water loss, a wind loss, something terrible happens and stock or inventory is ruined, lost, we have the ability to give that list, give that inventory to the insurance company, and now they'll replace that for us. We want to make sure that this kind of consignment store, your store is most likely your life, right? It's a big part of who you are, and we want to make sure that if there is ever a loss, you get that store back as quickly as possible. It starts with a business owner's policy, making sure it's set up properly. If you have employees, you need workers' comp. If you're doing any kind of driving or moving of inventory or collecting of inventory in a vehicle, we want to make sure that we have a commercial auto policy, because our personal auto policy can deny an accident associated with commercial use of a vehicle. So those are the three main policies. There are others like cyber. If you have a larger staff, you may want to think about adding a sublimit for employment practices liability. You can do that to your BOP in most cases. And then we want to package all those coverages up with the same carrier if we can, because if we can do that, that's how we're going to get the most competitive rate in the market. If you have questions about this process, if working with an agent like us, someone who thinks the way that we do, is something that you would like, we would absolutely love to talk to you. And the best way to do that is to give us a call, 518-960-6600. We're in all 50 states, so wherever you are, we can work with you. You can also email us at gorogue@𝗨𝗏.com. You can visit us online at 𝗨𝗏.com, or I'm sure there's a button or a link somewhere around this video that will let you contact us. Whichever way you choose, we look forward to working with you.